guys, winter break's finally over. This is Cody, I'm Ty. We just got back to Weatherford, back where we live. We go to college here. We had the opportunity after class today to jump on the kayaks and get out to Lake Weatherford. So we went out to Lake Weatherford today expecting to maybe catch some fish. We actually drove down there and realized that today probably wasn't going to be the best day. I think Cody had one hookup as soon as we got out there. So we're kind of kayaking through this brush, and it's really cool because we really got to indulge in like the advantage to being in a kayak, because it was one of those moments where no other boat except for a kayak could get through there. It was really cool, and we were saying the whole time, like, how good is this going to be when the water heats up, and how good is it going to be when the bass start to bed. So we're kind of going through there, and Cody gets a little bit ahead of me and goes through the brush and gets to the other side of the brush, and that's when I hear him kind of start saying, like, dude, you got to come over here. This is awesome. And that's when the day kind of went from us trying to fish to a whole new idea for the day. Kind of turned a rough day fishing into a whole new deal. So I'll let Cody kind of explain like what was going on.
So I'm kayaking through this brush, you guys, and I come around the corner and I see pelicans. So these things are just flying everywhere. I mean, I feel like I'm straight out of something out of Nemo or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost like Narnia, like when they walk through and it's just like...
I completely agree.
Just like, I don't know, in your face. Just
getting
cool.
in that door or something, dude, it was crazy.
So
Never seen something like
that was the turning point, really.
Mm-hmm. So basically, after we got through that point, like, I'm kayaking a little bit more and I'm looking around. I mean, this is an oasis, you guys. This is something I've never seen before.
Bass fisherman's paradise.
Bass fisherman's paradise. I mean, this is spot fishing paradise. We've marked it in our brains. We've marked it on our phones. We've marked it everywhere we possibly can. We are going back there this spring, and you guys will see some amazing dank footage this spring. I don't know why I said dank.
Well, I think basically what you're trying to explain is like that we see this area, and it's kind of like a bass fisherman's type of paradise. Like, you know how like Lake Fork to like people that don't fish. If you don't know what Lake Fork looks like, you can look up a picture. Lake Fork is a man-made lake, so it's all like a bunch of trees,
submerged trees,
and they're all kind of coming out of the water. To a bass fisherman, that's gorgeous and like it's good looking, but to the average person that might not be appealing. So it's kind of like how I like to think of it is just southeast of Lake Fork, there's Lake Holbrook, and that's like a really pretty lake if you want to look up a picture of that. So that's pretty to the normal person, but pretty to us is cover and a lot of like maybe mats, pads, reeds, just anything, just any brush, anything that a bass could be sitting in. And so that's what got us so excited. And we decided to focus kind of on looking at that and preparing ourselves, getting a head start for the next couple weeks that these bass will start spawning. And, the males are going to start seeing where they want to make their beds. And it's definitely going to be the more shallow and heavy cover. So we got some videos of that. We might have had a little bit of commentary. I'm sure we're going to put that in this video. I know we got a little montage of it, but we kind of wanted to talk about how cool that experience was and how beneficial it probably will be for us in the springtime. It's something that we've never done before. I recommend it because especially if you haven't been on a lake, you haven't fished it that much, get out there on your boat or on your kayak, or if you're a bank fisherman, walk around the entire lake if you can and see where you think bass will be hanging out, especially when it warms up. If it's a bad day, it doesn't mean you can't get out there on the lake. You can still fish, but maybe you're focusing more on something else.
On your future trip, on your next trip, basically.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, you're learning as you fish. And it was a better experience than if we would have just gone out there and tried to catch some fish. And so we learned a lot today about what to do if you're not catching fish. Is there other things that could be beneficial to you for another point in time that you could be doing? And for us today, that was definitely finding out where we wanted to go in the future, especially because in Texas, it's warming up already. We're going to have some pretty warm weather, so these bass are kind of like spawning a lot earlier than most states. So these next couple of weeks we're going to know exactly where we want to fish, so it's exciting. We're pretty prepared now, I guess, for what we want to do as far as the springtime and when the bass are spawning. We know what we want to go fish, and we might even do that again because that was the far east side of the lake. There's plenty more lake to look at, but as far as spawning season, I think that's going to be the honey hole. And the best part about it is bass boats can't get back there. And so, as kayak fishermen, we can definitely have the advantage over most of the anglers out there. So, thanks for clicking on the video. I think we have a couple of clips that we're going to show you real quick so that you can kind of see what was going on. I hope that you guys like this video because it's something new and it's something that was fun for us and beneficial to us. So, we thought it would be definitely beneficial to other anglers out there and kind of help everybody get a head start, especially if they're in a rut where they're not catching as much fish due to the weather.